और रिंकू मेरे भाई क्या हाल है? बढ़िया सर, बढ़िया। हाय रसल। और भाई अर्षित क्या हाल है भाई?
It's time for the top of the table clash. We are standing right outside the Eden Gardens in Kolkata, where Kolkata Knight Riders will take on number one team in this IPL, Rajasthan Royals. And whoever wins will stay atop the points table in IPL 2024. I am Shubhayan Chakravarti, joined by Devashish Sen and Rahul Giri here in Kolkata. I'll start with Rahul. Number one plays number two. Whoever wins will go top of the table. What are you expecting?
Without any doubt, it's going to be an electrifying clash because tabletoppers will be playing this game. And obviously, KKR, they will be seeking to leapfrog Rajasthan Royals to go to the top of the table. And that's a great opportunity for KKR because they will be playing at their home ground. And of course, both the teams, I can't say who are the favorite because both the teams have covered all their bases so far because they have got their top order right, their bowling order right, everything. So I think this is going to be a thrilling battle between them.
Devashish, I think it is after many years that I am saying that top of the table clash here at the Eden Gardens. So Kolkata Knight Riders have done everything right so far, barring that one match in Chennai. I think they have put all their steps in the right direction.
And I would say two informed teams will go head on. Means obviously, if you look at Rajasthan Royals winning 5 out of 6 games, that itself speaks. That's the reason they are one of the most potent side. Right. Look like a potent side. Obviously, both the teams has the firepower. Be it their batting or their bowling, both the teams look like a cohesive unit,
right.
And that has been the secret of success. But KKR, obviously, the only advantage that KKR will have is to play in front of the home crowd. Obviously, a packed Eden Gardens cheering for KKR.
Shah Rukh Khan will be here.
Yeah, and I don't expect many Rajasthan Royals fans, hardly 5%, 10% of them, which was not the case in other matches.
That's why Eden Gardens is a special ground. Whichever team is the home ground will get their maximum support. Of course, Rahul, talking about KKR, Sunil Narine have fired all cylinders from the word go, be it with the bat, be it with the ball. But the biggest positive for KKR in the last match was Mitchell Starc coming into form. Those Yorkers, those in-swinging Yorkers for the right-handers. He bowled a beautiful Yorker to get the last wicket also. 3 wickets. Looking good for Mitchell Starc also now?
Yeah, absolutely. That was the biggest talking point about KKR, that everything was going right for KKR, but except Mitchell Starc, one of the biggest buy in the IPL. But yeah, in the last game, he has picked up 2 wickets and also he was economical. I think that's the biggest boost for KKR. And of course, I need to give credit to Gambhir because the think tank has, of course, they have given time to Mitchell Starc, and Gambhir has also mentioned in the press conference that 4 matches cannot define how good is the bowler or how bad is the bowler. So of course, I will have to give credit to think tank, to give time to Mitchell Starc. And of course, Mitchell Starc is the biggest boost, but along with Mitchell Starc, I think the scintillating innings that Phil Salt has played in the last game, and that will be the big boost because in the last game, Sunil Narine hasn't fired, but in absence of that, Phil Salt has contributed, and because of Phil Salt, no other batters had to play that much. So that's biggest boost for KKR in this game.
Right, I'll take Mitchell Starc's form. I'll take the honours because I wore that Australian jersey in the last practice session. But on the serious term, we were talking about Rahmanullah Gurbaz finding a place in the playing 11, but Phil Salt has put that debate to an end, Devashish.
Yeah, absolutely. At least for the next few matches, obviously, Phil Salt means obviously given the form he has been in, and he has been the go-to player for KKR, and both Sunil Narine and Phil Salt has given the start that KKR needed. But and I just like to add about KKR's bowling. Obviously, that 2 youngsters in the side, Harshit Rana and Vaibhav Arora, has been a revelation. Obviously, taking the pressure from Mitchell Starc. Obviously, despite Mitchell Starc not being in the best of form, they have performed really well. Especially Harshit Rana in the last game. Obviously, during that middle overs, he was phenomenal.
Right.
So and also you must also credit Sunil Narine. Obviously, he hasn't got so many wickets, but his economy rate is around 4.5. So that is tremendous. And then you have a Varun Chakravarti to back up. So KKL has all the firepower to do well.
Absolutely, and he gave a stat about Sunil Narine. I'll give a stat about Vaibhav Arora. His economy rate is just 7.8 in the power play. He has picked up the most wickets for KKR in the power play, so everything is going good in terms of fringe players, in terms of main players for Kolkata, but they will have a huge challenge in Rajasthan Royals, who have all the bases covered. We'll talk about them also now. So Rajasthan Royals, number one side in this IPL so far, but if KKR win today, they will go atop the points table owing to their better run rate in this tournament. But even though Yashasvi Jaiswal has not fired in this tournament so far, be it Josh Butler with that century earlier in this tournament, be it Riyan Parag, be it their middle order batter Shimron Hetmeyer whenever he gets a chance, they have a solid batting unit there, Rahul.
Absolutely. I think we have mentioned that they have covered all their bases. Even if you notice, even in the last game, in absence of Josh Butler and Ashwin, they have won the game. That is evident that how strong is Rajasthan Royals. And of course, they have Riyan Parag, they have Sanju Samson. In the last game, Shimron Hetmeyer and Robman Poyle have also contributed in the dying end of the inning. So obviously, it will be a strong challenge for KKR. And yeah, the one concern about Rajasthan will be their opening duo. Both Josh Butler, though he hasn't played the last game, but both Josh Butler and Yashasvi Jaiswal has been struggling with their form.
Right.
Though Yashasvi Jaiswal has got a start, but he failed to convert those start. But I think it's important for Yashasvi Jaiswal. Even in the last game, he got some runs, so maybe he is coming back to form, and that also important for Josh Butler because Yashasvi accomplished Josh Butler.
Absolutely.
The moment Yashasvi will come back to form, it will ease the pressure from Josh Butler. But apart from that, I think Rajasthan Royal is of course the force to reckon in this game.
Absolutely, and coming to Sanju Samson, their captain, he is banging that door for the T20 World Cup. How crucial will be these next 2-3 games for Sanju Samson, not only for Rajasthan Royals but for Sanju Samson, the Indian player, because the Indian selection committee will convene at around the last week of April to pick the squad for the T20 World Cup, Debashish.
Absolutely, obviously, and he has looked good. Means obviously he has led from the front, he has scored runs, and he has the form going. Means obviously he has erased those criticism that he has not been consistent. That has not been the case this season. He has fired in all cylinders. So Rajasthan Royals is looking good, and as Rahul said, obviously Yashasvi has not looked to be in the form which was he in the last season. So obviously
maybe that inexperience is coming into play.
I would say just one. He's just one knock away from regaining the form. Obviously, the T20 World Cup selection. Obviously, there are many contenders as far as the Shubman Gill, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. We all know is going to open, but who's going to partner Rohit Sharma in that opening slot? And there are at least 3 or 4 contenders. So Yashasvi needs to score runs. Obviously, his form in the IPL hasn't fired. Means obviously he would look to score runs. But then talking about the overall Rajasthan Royals side, I think they looked if you look at their bowling, I think they have a better bowling lineup slightly than KKR. You have someone like a Trent Bolt and Avesh Khan, Navdeep Saini now is also fit, and then you have a Yajuvendra Chahal, Ravichandran Ashwin. So it's a power packed bowling lineup for Rajasthan Royals.
Absolutely,
Yes. How can we forget what Yashasvi Jaiswal did last year in this ground? I think Yashasvi will be itching to come back to form in this ground.
Absolutely, and the curator Sujan Mukherjee, who was under the firing line by all the spectators, I think the spectators need to apologize to him now, given that he's producing the sporting wickets. And
absolutely, and last match we saw what happened after the game was over. Shah Rukh Khan, the KKR owner and also CEO Venki Mysore was having a word with Sujan Mukherjee, and obviously there were some good words being exchanged. So KKR management is also happy with the kind of wicket that has been offered. Means obviously it has been a sporting wicket, obviously, and KKR there is some purchase for the fast bowlers. If the batters, particularly the stroke players, can score runs on this wicket because the ball is coming very easy, at a fair count. So I think all credit goes to Sujan Mukherjee, the wicket that has been offered.
Absolutely, and that is why all the batters will be licking their lips, and whoever is out of form will be looking to come here and score some runs. But talking about one particular player from that our Rajasthan Royals unit, Debashish, Yuzvendra Chahal. Time and again, season in, season out, be it for RCB, be it for Rajasthan Royals, he keeps on picking wickets, he keeps on being economical, but somehow he's not in that chatter around the T20 World Cup. Why so? Why do you think Yuzvendra Chahal is not being considered for the T20 World Cup?
But I think to be fair, selectors will consider him. Means obviously the purple cap holder, means and he has done incredibly well, given that Ashwin has not been in the form.
Right.
So he has taken
He's carrying that spin department.
Absolutely. So obviously if he goes on to deliver for the next few matches, who knows? He might be in that team for the World Cup.
That will be something if UCL makes it to the World Cup squad. Rahul, one final question about Rajasthan Royals. Of course, Trent Bolt, we know him as the new ball wicket taker, highest wickets in the power play, be in any T20 format. So against Sunil Narayan, against Phil Salt, he will be a threat.
Absolutely. You know, Trent Bolt goes trending because of his wicket-taking abilities in the power play in the first 6 overs. Yes, we have seen in the last few matches that Sunil Narine and Phil Salt has provided that flying start to KKR, but today it will be really challenging. I think today KKR is going to face the acid test in the power play. And of course, you know, it will be challenging to face Trent Bolt with those in-swinging and out-swinging. It will be tough for Sunil Narine and both Phil Salt. I think that will decide the fate of the game for KKR or Rajasthan Royals.
Interesting now. So time for some matchups. Debashish, both the teams have fire-packed batting and bowling unit. What will be your matchup for the night?
Trent Bolt versus Phil Salt. Means obviously
Two informed players.
given two informed players obviously, and especially we all know the Trent Bolt bringing the ball into the right-handers, that will be a big challenge obviously. And Phil Salt, the form he is in, he would look to dominate the RR bowlers. So for me, the perfect matchup will be Trent Bolt against Phil Salt.
Rahul, Trent Bolt versus Phil Salt is what Debashish says. What will be your take?
Obviously, how can I rule out Trent Bolt? Obviously, the hometown, I will be rooting for KKR. So I want Mitchell Starc, you know, to get rid of Yashasvi Jaiswal and Josh Butler. And I want that Trent Bolt doesn't get his, you know, length right against Sunil Narine and Phil Salt. Because again, we need that kind of start, 70 or 80 of the first 6 overs.
For me, I think it will be Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti with matching up with Riyan Parag and Sanju Samson in those middle overs. That is where I think the match will get decided with both Parag and Samson in great run of form. So let's see what happens. But let's quickly wrap this video up with some predictions. Both the teams are in form. I need not say what they are doing in this IPL so far. Number 1 versus number 2. Who do you think will stay atop that points table?
Three consecutive wins for KKR at their backyard.
Oh, hat-trick of wins. Rahul?
Yeah, I will go for KKR, obviously.
These both of them are Mohun Bagan fans. They won the ISL Shield last evening, so they both are going with the flow that okay, Kolkata teams will continue to
Will
win.
it be a 250 total or 200?
Anything is possible. The way things are going in this IPL, 250 has become a par. But I think given that it's a bit larger ground than the Chinnaswamy track, that will I think play a role. Anything around 220 is a very good total batting first, right, Debashish?
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you. Anything around 200 to 220 will be a very good score.
Very good score. So let's see what both Rajasthan Royals and Kolkata Knight Riders have up on cards. Debashish says Kolkata Knight Riders. Rahul says Kolkata Knight Riders. I will also say Kolkata Knight Riders. I won't take any risk standing in between them. But yes, this was the preview of the match. Let's see who wins. May the best team wins. We'll leave you with some fan visuals and enjoy the game. Thank you. टॉप ऑफ द टेबल क्लैश है. नंबर 1 नंबर 2 खेल रही है. केकेआर जीतेगी आज?
अरे आज बिल्कुल 100% आज केकेआर जीतेगी.
कौन से प्लेयर को देखने आए हो?
मैं तो खास करके एंड्रे रसल को देखने आया हूँ.
मैं रिंकू सिंह को.
मैं तो सुनील नारायण को देखने आया हूँ.
सुनील नारायण तो अच्छा खेल रहे हैं. उसको ओपनिंग करवा के अच्छा किया केकेआर
जी
ने?
बहुत अच्छे. गौतम गंभीर अगर रहेगा तो सुनील नारायण बिल्कुल ओपनिंग करेगा और अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस भी देगा.
और बाकी कौन अच्छा कर रहा है? क्या लग रहा है केकेआर के बारे में इस बार?
मिडिल ओवर में संभाल रहा है आपका अनुराबाद वंश जो है वो अच्छा खेल रहा है. और फिनिशिंग तो देख रहे हैं आप, रिंकू रसल पूरा एकदम फॉर्म में है. और आज का मैच राजस्थान और रॉयल टॉप टेबल 1 और 2 की लड़ाई है. आई थिंक मुझे लगता है कि आज कांटे की तो मैच होगी कहीं, क्योंकि दोनों लाइन में बॉलिंग ठीक है. स्पिनर भी चाहल उधर है, इधर वरुण चक्रवर्ती, नारायण है, मिचेल स्टार्क है, ट्रेंट बोल्ट है. तो अच्छे खासे मारपीट होगी लगता है. हाँ,
बहुत
खेला
मजा
देख
आएगा,
के आज मजा आएगा.
एक बार चीयर हो जाए केकेआर के लिए जोर से.
हाँ, मी के
एक साथ
1 2 3
कौन प्लेयर देखते हैं इसको?
রাসেল স্টর্ম দেখতে চাই আমরা
रॉकेट रिंकू देखते जाए रॉकेट रिंकू
रसल खेलेगा
रसल बोल रहे हैं।
रिंकू रिंकू रिंकू
रिंकू रिंकू बेस्ट प्लेयर रिंकू
रिंकू बेस्ट प्लेयर क्यों है?
रिंकू बढ़िया खेलता है, अलीगढ़ से है।
मेरा नाम है टीसी दुबे।
तो आप लोग कहाँ से हो?
हम लोग मध्य प्रदेश जबलपुर से हैं।
तो आप लोग मध्य प्रदेश से कलकत्ता आए कि मैच देखने के लिए?
जी हाँ, सिर्फ आईपीएल का मैच देखने के लिए।
तो आप ऑब्वियसली आप सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं राजस्थान रॉयल्स का, आपका बेटा देख रहा है कि केकेआर का बड़ा फैन है, तो आप किसका फैन हो बेटा?
मैं केकेआर का फैन हूँ और मेरा फेवरेट प्लेयर रसल है, आंद्रे रसल।
तो आप लोग का कौन सा फेवरेट प्लेयर है राजस्थान रॉयल्स का?
मेरा है संजू सैमसन और यशस्वी जायसवाल, और मेरे भाई साहब भी आए जो पीछे खड़े हैं, छोटे भाई आओ।
अच्छा, तो यशस्वी का तो बल्ला से उतना अच्छा प्रदर्शन नहीं रहा अभी, क्या इस मैच में वो रन बनाएगा?
सर
बिल्कुल।
इंग्लैंड के लिए देख लिया ना, अभी आईपीएल में जो भी होगा तो आप लोग देख लेना। अभी तो ये शुरुआत है, अभी तो ये अंगड़ाई है, आगे बहुत लड़ाई है।
और बेटा क्या लग रहा है आज रसल फायर करेगा?
हाँ, रसल बहुत ज़्यादा फायर करेगा।
अच्छा, और कोई फेवरेट प्लेयर है केकेआर?
हाँ, रिंकू सिंह है।
रिंकू सिंह।
हाँ।
अच्छा, रिंकू तो यूपी वाले हैं, तो आप उनको अच्छे पसंद हो?
हाँ, बहुत पसंद है
अच्छा
और उनके हर मैच देखता हूँ।
अच्छा,
हाँ।